yours too.
Is it a Jeep?
A Subaru.
I like your tires.
You've got nice chrome.
A trailer hitch.
Left mine at home.
Oh, your suspension, it suspends me over heights I've never known.
And your roll bar is to die for, by the way. I like your chrome.
You already said that.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, you and me in our sport utility vehicles, cruising to 7-Eleven for a bag of Frito-Lays. Oh, you and me in our sport utility vehicles, we'll slam into four-wheel drive and pick up a dozen eggs. And if there ever was a snow, you know,
A really, really deep snow.
and if everyone was stuck but us,
We'd be the ones not stuck.
then we could be the heroes.
Oh, we could be the heroes.
Yeah, we would be the heroes who would push them and pull them,
Push them and pull them.
push them and pull them right out of the snow.
I like your car.
I like yours too.
Periwinkle.
It's baby blue,
How's it handled?
like a dream,
How about coffee?
and then ice cream. Oh, you and me in our sport utility vehicles, cruising to Dunkin' Donuts for a cup of steaming Joe. Oh, you and me in our sport utility vehicles, we'll slam into four-wheel drive for a scoop of rocky road.
And if we ever go camping, you know,
Haven't been, but one day I'll go.
and we find a ranger stuck in a ditch,
A nice ranger in a deep ditch.
then we could be the heroes.
Oh, we could be the heroes. Yeah, we would be the heroes
Who would push him and pull him.
push him and pull him, push him and pull him right out of that ditch. I like your car.
I like yours too.
Is it a Jeep? It's my sport utility vehicle.
And now it's time for an installment in the history of fashion with Archibald, the part of the show where Archibald comes out and shares a lesson in the history of fashion. In the olden days, the biggest craze with the folks who lived back then of the bourgeoisie, an accessory for the women and the men. Not pant or shirt, nor blouse or skirt, or anything made from thread, but woven hair from horse or bear situated on the head.
Our astonishing wigs.
They're enormously big.
We love our astonishing wigs.
Astonishing wigs, astonishing wigs. Do you like our astonishing wigs? From most famous queens of greatest means to the lowly Duchess fair, ran a common thread upon the head for those unhappy with their hair. Now you can bet that even pets and livestock would confer. So wigs they took to improve the look of their bristles and their fur.
Our astonishing wigs.
They're enormously big.
We love our astonishing wigs.
Astonishing wigs, astonishing wigs. Do you like our astonishing wigs?
We are the pigs in wigs. Yes, our locks are very big, and we squeal without a care in our artificial hair.
Our hearts are most enthralled since pigs like us are bald.
So we'll sing and we'll smile and we'll proudly flaunt the style of our astonishing wigs.
And so it's said this fashion spread from the lofty to the low. From prince to pig, the look was big and continued thus to grow. Hence girls and boys would dress their toys in manufactured mops. Then bush and tree soon too would see small wigs upon their tops.
Our astonishing wigs.
They're enormously big.
We love our astonishing wigs.
Astonishing wigs, astonishing wigs. Do you like our astonishing wigs? These are our twigs in wigs. Yes, our locks are very big, and they dance without a care in their artificial hair.
We don't panic if their hair gets problematic.
We just sit back and smile.
For the fabricated style of
Astonishing wigs. Astonishing wigs.
So you think I'm silly?
Well, yes.
This has been an installment in the history of fashion with Archibald. Tune in next time to hear Archibald say, "So then, after a while, wigs went out of fashion and everyone turned to bell-bottoms." And now it's time for helpful humanitarian songs with Mr. Lunt, the part of the show where Mr. Lunt comes out and sings a helpful humanitarian song.
Well, he's a mangy old pet. If you saw him, I bet you'd walk the other way. So sad and alone, with his hair overgrown, like a stinky old toupee. But doggies have feelings, and doggies need love. And doggies like those deep-fried treats that come from up above. Oh, donuts for Peggy. Please give a glaze to make him smile. Thank you, ma'am, poor troubled beast. Won't you at least comfort him a while? Sir, can you spare a donut for Benny? Please help my doggy friend. Thank you, kind sir. A honey dip would really help his broken heart to mend. His broken heart to mend. Well, just look at this pup. He's brightening up. Oh, he's looking not so weak. Oh, Benny, his outlook was grim till you gave pastries to him. Oh, look, he wants to speak. Oh, doggies have feelings, and doggies need love. Yes, boy, and doggies like sweet, doughy treats that come from above.
Toss me around again, baby. Around, around, around.
What's going
These donuts
on?
are dreamy, they're filling. Dreamy, no, don't let my feet touch the ground. I feel like a ship on an ocean of joy. I just want to holler out loud. Ship ahoy! Toss me around again, baby. Around, around, around.
Maybe you shouldn't have any more donuts. No, don't give him any more. They make him crazy. Like Jerry Lewis. No more donuts for the dog. Oh, man, this is a terrible idea.
Toss me around again, baby.
Stop it.
Around, around, around.
Don't give him
These donuts are dreamy, they're
bad
filling. Dreamy, no, don't let my
idea.
feet touch the ground. I feel like a ship on an ocean of joy. I just want to holler out
need
loud.
to
Ship ahoy! Toss me around again, baby.
Turtles.
Around, 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 around.
This has been helpful humanitarian songs with Mr. Lunt. Tune in next time to hear Mr. Lunt say,
Don't give donuts to dogs.
and now it's time for Silly Songs with Larry, the part of the show where Larry comes out and sings a silly song.
Asteroid, 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 asteroid cowboy.
Oh, my little rocky doggy, your orbit has been stirred. Don't you dare be sneaking out, gotta get back in the herd. It's lonely out in outer space, they say it never ends. I know you'll feel much better back here with all your friends. Home out in space, keeping them asteroids in place. And here they'll all stay, but if one can say wait, we'll dig in our spurs and get changed. Let's go get it, boys! On my trusty rocket horsey, so swiftly do I ride. I blaze a trail with fiery tail, my posse at my side.
Yeah, we're his asteroid posse. We roam the Milky Way.
We'll lasso up them asteroids if any go astray. Didn't see that coming. Home out in space, keeping them asteroids in place. Oh, we gotta take care, 'cause without any air, the vacuum will suck out your face. Can't do that on Earth.
Actually, kind of hurts when I do that.
Come on, boys, that's a big one. I think for today. Why do I chase these asteroids? I suppose it's just my thing. Big or small, I'll rope 'em all. So yippee-ki-yay, I sing. Yee-haw!
Whoopie-tie-yo there, cowboy.
You better pull back soon.
You're having fun, but couldn't run, or you'll run into that.
Ow. Sleeping out under the stars. So much beauty out here to admire.
Oh, the ground's never down.
But when we set up camp, it's impossible to light a fire. I think it might be that no air thing again.
Yeah,
You know, you can roast marshmallows on Earth.
I want to be a cowboy on Earth.
Asteroid cowboys in space. Keeping asteroids in place.
This has been Silly Songs with Laddie. Tune in next time to hear Laddie say...
Come on, guys. You can't do this on Earth.
And now it's time for Silly Songs with Laddie, the part of the show where Laddie comes out and sings a silly song.
Another lonely day in a crowded town, making our way the best we know how.
Singing, man.
Oh yeah! But we're moving up.
Yo, up.
We're moving in.
Oh, coming at ya.
Got our dishes packed.
Yeah, they are stacked.
They've been wrapped to win.
Oh, take the porcelain.
Ain't gonna break it,
Yo, listen up.
No way.
even if I shake it.
Yeah, man.
All day.
Covered with love, sealed against troubles, sheltered in a glove of bubbles, 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 safe inside the arms of my bubble, bubble, bubble wrap.
What up, BITs? Let's wrap that wrap.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Kaylee.
Bubble wrap, bubble wrap. Love to hear that bubble snap. Soft like clouds, thunderclap. Bubbly bubble, bubble wrap.
Oh yeah, we're gonna snap, snap, snap that wrap.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna snap, snap, snap that wrap.
What up, dog?
We're gonna snap, snap, snap that wrap.
We're gonna snap, snap, snap that wrap.
Bubble, bubble, ain't no trouble. Squeeze that, break that bubble. Do it once, bubble, double. Squeeze that, bust
We're
that
gonna
bubble.
snap, snap, snap that wrap.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna snap, snap, snap that wrap.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna snap, snap, snap that wrap. We're gonna snap, snap, snap that wrap.
Yo, Veg.
Roll me round in bubble wrap. Seek me in a bubble trap.
Covered with love, sealed against trouble, sheltered in a glove of bubbles, 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 safe inside the arms of my bubbles, bubbles, bubble wrap.
This has been Silly Songs with Larry. Tune in next time to hear the boys sing...
We're rapping and we're snapping our bubble, bubble, bubble wrap.
Oh, snap.
Hi, kids, and welcome to VeggieTales. I'm Bob the Tomato. I'm Bob the Tomato. Larry!
Just a minute.
Are you okay?
I'll be right there. Whoa, excuse me.
Larry?
Yeah, Bob?
Over here.
Oh, yeah?
Have you been cooking?
What? Oh, you noticed my new hat.
Your hat?
Yeah, isn't it the coolest?
Larry, you've got an oven mitt on your head.
Oh, yes, they're all the rage. Simply everyone is wearing them.
Really?
Well, all the cool people anyway.
Yep, but you can't see where you're going. Isn't that a little dangerous?
Fashion has its price.
Larry, you almost fell into a toaster back there.
Oh, Bob. Don't you read Veggie Beat magazine? This is the look. Without this oven mitt on my head, I just wouldn't be cool.
I see. Hey, that reminds me of a letter we just got from Dexter Wilmington of Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Oh, you don't say.
I do. Now, Dexter says that sometimes when he's at his friend Billy's house, Billy wants to watch this TV show that Dexter's not supposed to watch. Now, Dexter knows that it's a bad show, but Billy says that if he doesn't watch it, it means he's not cool. What should he do?
Oh, what a pickle. You know, Bob.
Over here, Larry.
You know, Bob. I think we need QWERTY for this one. I'll be right back.
Larry, watch out for the sink.
Ouch.
Are you okay?
They didn't mention this in Veggie magazine.
You know, Dexter, while I try to get Larry out of the sink, I want you to listen to a story about 3 boys named Rack, Shack, and Benny who were in a pickle just like yours.
That's right. Now, those weren't their real names. No, their real names were, let me see if I can get this right. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Of course, nobody could remember those, so we took to calling them Rack, Shack, and Benny. Anyways, they came with a bunch of other boys and girls that Mr. Nezzer brought in to work at his chocolate factory. Well, who's Mr. Nezzer? We'll get to that later. Who am I? Why, I'm George. Anything that goes in or out of Nezzer chocolate gotta come by me. Well, speaking of which, it's almost 8 o'clock. Time for the morning milk delivery. Here comes Laura now. She's my favorite.
Good morning, George. How are you? I hope you're feeling fine. I'd love to stay and talk, but it's almost 8 o'clock and I haven't got the time.
See you later.
Because we work real hard at the chocolate factory. We start at 8 and we don't get lunch till 3. I gotta drive a truck to make a buck so I can send it home to my family.
Well, now you are in trouble. Your time card is a wreck. It's almost 8:02. I'll tell Nezzer that you're late and he'll take it from your check.
Yes, Mr. Lunt.
Oh, yes, we work real hard at the chocolate factory.
Excuse me, Mr. Lunt, but I've got an injury.
Now get back on the line. You'll be just fine. With all this work to do, we've got no time for sympathy.
We used to be so happy.
We used to laugh and run.
Now there's no time to play, 'cause we gotta work all day, and it isn't very fun.
I'm Rack.
I'm Chad.
I'm Benny. We work here in the plant. We'd like to take a break, for goodness sake. But Mr. Nezzer says,
You can't!
we all need a vacation. Our schedule is severe. We're getting very tired, but stopping gets us fired, so we'll have to stay right here. Because we work real hard at the chocolate factory. We start at 8 and we don't get lunch till 3. We work the whole week through to make a buck or two, so we can send them home to our families. Someday they'll come and join us. We'll live in harmony. We hope that day is near. Until then, you'll find us here at the Nezzer Chocolate Factory.
The Nezzer Chocolate Bunny. Every day they make 14,638 of these little fellas. Give or take a few. Oh, yeah, Mr. Nezzer. Nebby K. Nezzer. But you better call him Mr. Nezzer. Now, Mr. Nezzer's not a bad man. He just gets confused sometimes. Why, his chocolate bunnies are selling so well, I think he's gotten a little big for his britches. And that's saying something, 'cause his britches were pretty big to start out with. What's all this have to do with Rack, Shack, and Benny? Well, their troubles start when Mr. Nezzer makes a little announcement.
Attention, little people! I have an announcement! This morning, Nezzer Chocolate shipped its 2 millionth chocolate bunny! To celebrate this momentous occasion, for the next 30 minutes, everyone may eat as many bunnies as they want. Bon appetit!
Boss, That's awfully nice, though, you're giving away all those bunnies.
Oh, if I could just see the looks on their faces right now.
Hey guys, I don't think we should eat any more bunnies.
Well, what do you mean? Mr. Nezer said we could eat as many as we want.
Well, don't you remember what our parents taught us? We shouldn't eat very much candy because it's not very good for us.
Shaq, our parents aren't here now. We're on our own. Besides, everybody else is doing it.
Rack, Benny, listen to me. I know our parents aren't here right now, but I keep thinking of a song my mom used to sing to me a long time ago.
Think of me every day, hold tight to what I say, and I'll be close to you even from far away. Know that wherever you are, it is never too far. If you think of me, I'll be with you.
Know that wherever you are, it is never too far. If you think of me, I'll be with you. You see, even though our parents aren't here right now to help us do what's right, if we remember what they taught us, it's kind of like they are here.
Okay, no more bunnies. I'm doing it for my mom.
Me too.
Well, that about does it. What do you say we pop in and let them show their appreciation?
Oh, yeah, they're really gonna appreciate you, boss.
Hello? I don't feel very appreciated.
Hey, look, they are lying on the floor like they're sick or something.
You mean I let them eat my bunnies, and in return they all want to play hooky?
Wait, boss, those three guys over there, they don't look sick.
Oh?
Thank you, Mr. Nezer, for your lovely gift of chocolate.
Yeah, thanks.
Everybody else is lying down, but you three are standing up.
Actually, boss, I think the tomato is sitting. I'm standing. Sitting.
Look, this is sitting and this is standing. I'm standing.
Okay, he's standing.
What are your names, boys?
I'm Shadrach.
I'm Meshach.
I'm a bumblebee, a Benny Boo. I'm Benny.
We can use boys who know how to stand up here at Nezer Chocolate. How would you like to be junior executives?
What's it mean? It means you have to wear a tie.
Sure, that'd be great.
All righty, Mr. Lunt, get them their ties.
Right away, boss.
Boys, I want to see you in my office first thing in the morning.
Yes, sir. Well, what do you know? Rack, Shack, and Benny did what they thought was right, even though nobody else was doing it. And it paid off. This time, anyway. But boy, were they in for a surprise when they got to Mr. Nezer's office the next day.
Boys, have I got a surprise for you. The other day, I was thinking about the Nezer Chocolate Bunny, thinking about how wonderful the bunny is, how beautiful the bunny is, and I thought to myself, oh, if only all my workers loved the bunny as much as I do. I asked myself, why don't they love it as much? Do you know why? Because it's small. It's a little bunny. What they need is a bunny they can look up to, and I mean way up to. This is just a model. The real bunny is 90 feet high. My workers finished it this morning.
Wow, that's a big bunny, sir.
Since you're my junior executives, I wanted you to see it first. But this afternoon, everyone will meet the new bunny, and it's gonna be a beautiful thing when everybody bows down and sings the bunny song.
I don't think I'm familiar with that particular tune. Could you just hum a few bars?
You know, I was hoping you'd ask. The bunny song is how all my employees will show just how much they love the bunny. How nothing is more important than the bunny. How they do anything for the bunny. And it goes something like this. The bunny, whoa, I love the bunny. I don't love my soup or my bread, just the bunny. The bunny, yeah, I love the bunny. I gave everything that I had for the bunny. I don't want no health food when it's time to feed. A big bag of bunnies is all that I need. I don't want no buddies to come out and play. I'll sit on my sofa, eat bunnies all day. I won't eat no beans, and I won't eat tofu. That stuff is for sissies, but bunnies are cool.
I don't want no pickles, I don't want no honey. I just want a plate and a fork and a bunny. I don't want a tissue and my nose is runny. I just want a plate and a fork and a bunny. I don't want to tell you a joke that is funny. I just want a plate and a fork and a bunny. I don't want to play on a day that is sunny. I just want a plate and a fork and a bunny. I don't want no pickles, I don't want no honey. I just want a plate and a fork and a bunny. I don't want a tissue and my nose is runny. I just want a plate and a fork and a bunny. I don't want to tell you a joke that is funny. I just want a plate and a fork and a bunny. I don't want to play on a day that is sunny.
For the bunny. Well, what do you think?
What would happen, say, if someone didn't quite agree with everything in that song, so they didn't sing it? What would happen?
What's that over there?
That's the furnace.
What's it for?
Well, that's where the bad bunnies go.
Let's just say, in my mind, if you don't bow down and sing the song, you're a bad bunny.
You don't mean...
But I'm sure that won't happen. It's almost time for the ceremony. I'll see you out there.
Now this was a pickle. That bunny song was chock full of stuff they knew was wrong. But if they don't sing it, Nezza says he's gonna throw them in the furnace. Woo! Well, what would you do if you were them? I better hold that thought. The ceremony's starting.
Thank you for attending today's festivities. It is with great pleasure that I present to you the object of our affection, your new best friend, the bunny. Now it is time to bow and sing the bunny song.
Hey, boss, those three guys don't look like they're bowing.
Aren't those our new junior executives?
I think so. Maybe they're stuck.
Let's find out. I said it's time to sing the bunny song.
Come on, guys. Sing the song. Everybody's doing it.
Sing the song.
They ain't singing, boss.
Sing!
Think of me every day.
Is that the bunny song?
No, I don't think so.
Are you crazy? That's the wrong song. Far away.
Know that wherever you are, it is never too far. If you think of me, I'll be with you.
Oh, that was beautiful. I'm gonna be singing that song myself. As I throw you into the furnace, God sees them. Take them to the furnace.
I've got to help them. But how?
Rack Shack and Benny will be right back after this short break.
And now it's time for Silly Songs with Laddie, the part of the show where Laddie comes out and sings a silly song. Laddie will be performing the traditional Argentinian ballad, The Dance of the Cucumber, in its original Spanish. Bob the Tomato will translate.
Miren al pepino.
Watch the
bien
cucumber.
Cómo se
See
mueve,
how he moves.
como un león.
Like a lion
Tras un
chasing
ratón.
a mouse.
Miren al pepino.
Watch the cucumber.
Qué suaves
Oh, how
movimientos.
smooth his motion.
Es como
Like
mantequilla
butter
en un chango pelón.
Bald monkey.
Miren al
Watch
pepino.
the cucumber.
Los
All the
vegetales.
vegetables
Envidian a su
envy
amigo
their
como
friend,
él quieren
wishing
bailar.
to dance as he.
Pepino bailarín.
Dancing cucumber.
Pepino bailarín.
Dancing cucumber.
Pepino bailarín.
Dancing cucumber.
Baila, baila
Dance, dance, yeah.
ya. Miren el tomate.
Look at the tomato.
No es triste.
Isn't it
Él
sad?
no puede
He
bailar.
can't dance.
Pobre tomate.
Poor tomato.
Él desearía poder bailar como el pepino.
He wishes he could dance, like the cucumber,
Libre y suavemente.
free and smooth,
Pero no puede danzar.
but he can't. Okay, stop the music. What do you mean I can't dance? I can dance. Well, what about Uncle Louie's polka party? Didn't you see me dancing at Uncle Louie's polka party?
No comprendo.
No comprendo. I'll show you no comprendo.
Mom! Dad! Look over here! Get a picture of me next to the cucumber in authentic Argentinian garb!
Okay, Junior, but we better hurry. I think the dwarves have your mother confused with someone else. Say peas.
Peace! Escuchen al pepino.
Listen to the cucumber.
Oigan su voz
Hear his
fuerte.
strong
Como
voice,
un león.
like a lion,
Listo a devorar.
about to eat.
Escuchen al
Listen
pepino.
to the cucumber.
Qué dulce es su
How
canto.
sweet his voice.
Que sopla
The
su
breath from his
garganta
throat is
parece
like a
un
chorus
trinar.
of little birdies.
Escuchen al
Listen to the
pepino.
cucumber.
Los
All the
vegetales
vegetables
envidian a su
envy their
amigo
friend,
como él
wishing
quiere
to sing
cantar.
as he.
Pepino
Singing
cantador.
cucumber.
Pepino
Singing
cantador.
cucumber.
Pepino
Singing
cantador.
cucumber.
Canta,
Sing,
canta
sing,
ya.
yeah.
Escuchen al tomate.
Listen to the
No
tomato.
es triste.
Isn't it sad?
Él no puede
He
cantar.
can't sing.
Pobre tomate.
Poor tomato.
Él desearía poder cantar.
He wishes he could sing.
Fuerte y luce como el pepino.
Strong and sweet like the cucumber,
Pero no puede.
but he can't.
Ni siquiera dar un silbido.
Can't even whistle. All right, that's it, senor. Come over here and let me sing you a song. This has been Silly Songs with Laddie. Tune in next time to hear Laddie sing.
Bob is really angry. I hope he doesn't catch me. It's so hard to run with the sombrero on my head.
And now, back to our story.
Is everyone comfortable? Good.
Rack, I can't move my arms.
Benny, you don't have any arms.
Oh,
I've tried to be patient, I've tried to be kind. Can you tell me what the trouble is? Am I losing my mind? Now I didn't ask for much, just one simple little thing. Didn't ask you to part the waters, I just wanted to hear you sing. I gave you hats, I gave you ties, I let you eat my buddies. And this is how you repay me? Come on, boys, do you think that's funny? Well, now at last, your fate is sealed. You're paying for your crime. But to show you what kind of guy I am, time I'll ask you one more time. Will you or will you not sing the song?
Well, you see, sir, our parents taught us to stand up for what we believe in.
And God wants us to do what's right. And there's a lot of stuff in that song that's not right.
So, we don't mean to be a bother.
We hope you understand. But we cannot sing that song.
I understand, boys.
You do?
Oh, yes. I understand that you're bad buddies!
Sorry, sir. Can't let you cook my buddies.
Guards, get them!
Hang on, guys. Which way do I go?
Go up! Go up! Or down. Way to go!
Let's get out of here.
I knew this was the way.
I don't think this is the way.
This ain't the way.
I see light.
Go left! Go left!
Uh-oh.
You're back. Now, if I'm not mistaken, that truck belongs to me. Mr. Lunt. Oh, but look. My truck seems to be full of garbage. Mr. Lunt, is there anything you can do about that?
Hey, no problem, boss.
Remember how our parents said that God would always be watching out for us?
Yeah?
I sure hope they were right.
Huh? Mr. Lunt?
It wasn't me, boss.
I said, nobody bakes my buddies.
Listen here, young lady. If you don't plug that back in, you're gonna be in big trouble. Nobody's ever gonna stand up to me again.
Hey, boss. How many guys did we throw into the furnace?
3?
Well, it looks like 4 guys in there now, and one of them's real shiny. One more thing, boss. They ain't burning up.
Rack! Jack! Betty! Come out of there! God has saved you from the fiery furnace. Oh, I was wrong to try to make you do things you weren't supposed to do. What was I thinking? I must have forgot everything that my mommy taught me. Can you ever forgive me?
We forgive you.
Oh, thanks. Is there anything I can do to make it up to you?
Well, you could sing one of our songs.
Well, how's it go?
You know, I was hoping you'd ask. My mommy always told me to do what's right, to wash behind my ears and try to be polite. You see, she loves me so.
That's beautiful.
That's why she tells me what I need to know.
I got a lot of respect for that woman.
But sometimes when I'm playing with a buddy or two, they're doing things I know I'm not supposed to do.
Do you go along, even though the things they do are wrong?
I remember
Stand up, stand up.
for what you believe in, but
you that you gotta be cool. Remember what you learned in church and Sunday school, just check it out. The Bible tells us what it's all about.
Oh, you know that's right.
So if you have a question, go ask your dad. And he can tell you if a thing is good or bad. You'll make their day. If you remember what your parents say.
What they say?
They told us
Stand up
for what you believe in, believe in, believe in God.
He's the one to back you up.
We'll stand with you. Oh,
Stand up
for what you believe in, believe in, believe in God.
He's the one to back you up.
We'll stand with you. He'll stand with you.
Oh, you're back! Well, I still haven't been able to get Larry out of the sink.
I want to get out, Bob.
But it's time now to talk about what we've learned today.
And so what we have learned applies to our lives today, and God has a lot to say in his book.
Larry, you know how I feel about that song.
You see, we know that God's word is for everyone, and now that our song is done, we'll take a hey! That's cold!
As I was saying, it's time to talk about what we've learned today. Right, Larry?
I'm wet.
Right. Well, Rack, Shack, and Benny learned that standing up for what they believed in was pretty hard, but it was worth it. When all their friends were doing things that were wrong, Rack, Shack, and Benny remembered what their parents had taught them, and that God wanted them to do what was right. In the end, God was protecting them, even in the fiery furnace. What did you learn, Larry?
Well, I learned that doing something that you know isn't such a good idea, just to be cool, isn't very cool. I put an oven mitt on my head just because Veggie Beat magazine said it would make me cool, even though I couldn't see anything. It didn't make me cool. It made me bump into a toaster and then fall into the sink. And now I can't get out of here. I'm going to be stuck here forever, and people are going to set plates on my head, and I'm never going to get to go to the circus or run through the fresh-cut grass or feel the ocean breeze in my hair as I pilot my nibble schooner Felix off the coast of our family home in Kennebunkport. Oh, Auntie Em, there's no place like home. There's no place like home. Click, click, click.
Are you finished?
Yeah.
Okay, Larry, do you see that spoon over there?
Uh-huh.
If you stand on that end of it, and I jump onto the other end, it'll fling you out of there, okay?
Okay.
This'll just take a second.
I'm ready.
Okay, here I come.
Oh, that's much better. Thank you, Bob. Bob? Bob!
I'm in here, Larry.
Oh, there you are. Hey, let's see if Cordy has a verse for us. Stand firm and hold to the teachings we passed on to you. Second Thessalonians. Bob?
Thessalonians.
Thanks.
Can I get out now?
Not yet. 2 Thessalonians 2:15. That means remember what your parents teach you and what you've learned from the Bible. If someone wants you to do something that you know is wrong, stand firm and do what's right. In our story, Rack, Jack, and Benny stood firm when all their friends were doing things they knew were wrong. So Dexter, the next time you go to Billy's house, maybe you could bring one of your favorite videos to watch instead. He might think it's pretty cool. It isn't always easy, but knowing you've done the right thing sure feels good inside. Right, Bob?
Yep, that's right, Larry. I'd like to get out now.
Well, that's all the time we have today. Remember, God made you special, and he loves you very much. Goodbye!
And now it's time for Silly Songs with Larry. The part of
Check
it.
it, Leo dude. Yo, me and the boys had an idea about another way to tell this Mo story. Right, boys? Yo! Yo, listen to the boys and we'll tell you now how losing your cool and having a cow can run you out when your lid gets flipped and get your mug up all over Egypt. On the banks of the Nile, born and in the grip of the pharaoh in his teenage, chilling, kicking Egyptian, wearing silk jamsies, learning hieroglyphics from his granddad Ramses when a whack Egyptian
Black belt kung fu
started whooping it up.
on his homie Hebrew.
Could have called the cops, stood back, but instead
He took a big stick upside of his head. Oh man, it's down in Egypt. Our troubles are severe.
na 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 na.
The stress down in Egypt increases for each year.
Na 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 na. Now word spread fast and he got all scared.
Oh.
He'd be better off by avoiding the pharaoh.
Oh.
He packed his bags thinking if he'd stay, they'd be punishing him in a capital way.
Oh, oh.
Now Lord only knew, but he thought he might
Stay a while in the desert like a Midianite.
to disengage his rage and become equipped to return to his home as the Prince of Egypt.
I guess down in Egypt, no moving day is near.
Na 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 na.
Unless the Prince of Egypt will take us out of here.
Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Hey! No. Let's stick with the Western.
See you guys.
Oh, Barbara Manatee, you're still the one for me. The number 2 silly song of our first 10 years, Endangered Love.
We join Larry as he follows the tragic saga of Barbara Manatee in the daytime drama Endangered Love.
Barbara Manatee, you are the one for me. Sent from up above, you are the one I love.
Please don't cry, Barbara. You're a nice manatee. You've been so good to me. But I must go into the world and do noble things for the good of all. And you can't come because you don't speak French. Au revoir.
But if you leave, Bill, who will take me to the ball? Who's going to take me to the ball, Bill? I have a new dress and shoes, a new manatee lipstick. Who will take me to the ball?
I'll take you to the ball, Barbara Manatee.
Please don't go.
I must.
Don't go.
I must.
Don't.
Must.
Don't.
Must.
Barbara Manatee, you are the one for me. Sent from up above, you are the one I love. Barbara Manatee, I'll be your mon ami. I'll take you to the ball. I hope you're not too tall.
Bill, I've learned French.
You have?
Mais oui, je suis manatee. See?
Oui, oui, mon ami. I always knew you could. I really hoped you would. Now can we go into the world and do noble things for the good of all?
Yes, but first, Bill, will you take me to the ball? Oh, Bill, will you take me to the ball?
I can't dance.
You can't.
No.
I must go.
Please don't go.
I must.
Don't go.
I must.
Don't.
Must.
Don't.
Must.
Barbara Manatee, you are the one.
Larry, what are you doing?
Jeff, watching a little TV, Bob?
Well, maybe you should read a book.
Yeah, okay.
This has been Silly Songs with Larry. Tune in next time to hear Bill say,
Barbara, I've learned to dance.
Oh, Bill.
And now it's time for Silly Songs with Best Friends Forever, the part of the show where best friends forever come out and sing a silly song.
You're my BF. You're my BFF. You're my BSNFL. My BFFLNMW. G, I think you're swell. T for BU. TX, you too. URWLOL. My BFFLNMW. G, I think you're swell. There's no one like you. You're so easy to talk to. It's a green. All we need is punctuated conversations with some brief abbreviations. One thing I know, IMHO, though IANAL.
So true.
I'll always be your less sign 3, cause G, I think you're swell. I think so too, UCMU, you'll never be OTL. With you, I am in VGC, cause G, I think you're swell. There's no one like you. You're so easy to talk to. It's a green. All we need is concise communications with ladder condensations. AFAICAISBURTTLYC ICAMBIONUR2G2BT TYSM, I heart you so ITBIMO. I heart you too, ITLIUBGBW Cause G, I think you're swell. My BFNFL. Gotta go. I'll see you later.
What?
Oh, okay.
This has been Silly Songs with BFFs in the WWWNMW. Tune in next time to hear Laura say...
And now it's time for Silly Songs with Larry Boy, the part of the show where Larry Boy comes out and sings a silly song. We join the league at supper time as they sit down for a meal prepared by Alfred.
I don't want to eat my Brussels sprouts.
He doesn't want to eat his Brussels sprouts.
And I really, really don't like sauerkraut.
Icky, slimy, stinky sauerkraut.
My appetite is 0.
No need to shed a tear.
You need a superhero.
What's a superhero?
Got pills you don't want to chew.
Yeah, not too appetizing.
Don't wanna eat what's cooked for you.
No, not really.
Then citizen, don't fear, oh, I am the superhero.
He is the superhero.
Yummy, 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 yum. Yummy, 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 yum.
Yummy, 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 yum.
Thanks. I like this superhero.
This pasta dish has gotten cold.
I beg your pardon?
This fish stick looks a little old.
It's not that old.
You can't go on, I must insist. It's my duty to assist.
Well, I'm kind of hungry.
Good citizen, don't fear, oh, I am the superhero.
He is the superhero.
Yummy, 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 yum. Yummy, 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 yum.
Yummy, 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 yum.
I was gonna eat that.
Don't worry, folks, for me it's fun. A superhero's job's not done. Yummy, 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 yum, yum, yum. Till every supper plate is clean, no matter what type of cuisine. Yummy, 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 yum, yum, yum.
Who let him in?
Hey, is that chocolate? I love chocolate.
Oh, wait!
Yummy, 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 yum. Yummy, 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 yum. Ah, good citizens, don't fear, oh, and be of good cheer, oh. I love my new career, oh. I am the superhero.
Dude, he ate our cake.
So, what do you say, guys? Can I join the league?
This has been Silly Songs with Larry Boy. Tune in next time to hear the league say...
No.
Yummy, 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 yum.
And now it's time for Silly Songs with Larry, the part of the show where Larry comes out and sings a silly song.
There once was a boy who lived in a house, and the house sat under a tree. By the tree ran a fence that stretched far and wide around the gated community.
Can I have my ball? Can you get my ball? I kicked it into the tree, and my ball bounced up, and my ball dropped in to the gated community.
Oh, the gated community community is where we like to be. Everything's so lovely, oh, our hearts are filled with glee. And when you come to visit, you can stand outside and see what a lovely bunch we are in our gated unity.
Can I have my ball? Can you get my ball? I kicked it into the tree, and my ball bounced up, and my ball dropped in to the gated community.
Oh, the gated community is where we like to be. Our clothes are never dirty and our lawns are always green. And when you come to visit, you can stand outside and see what a tiny bunch we are in our gated unity. The gated community, we think you will agree, is pleasantly devoid of unsightly stray debris.
Free of debris.
Gated community. Our smiles are wide smiles and comfy custody. And when you come to visit, you stand outside. What a smiley bunch we are in our gated unity.
Can I have my ball?
Gated community
Can you get
is
my
where we like
ball?
to be. Our
I
lives have
kicked
been
it
made perfect
into
by
the
a
tree,
happy engine's feet.
and my ball
And
bounced
when you come
up,
to
and
visit,
my
you
ball
can
dropped
stand outside and
in
see
to the gated commune.
what a lovely bunch we are.
To the gated commune.
What a happy bunch we are in our gated
community.
This has been Silly Songs with Larry.
Oh, look, a ball.
Tune in next time to hear Larry say...
Thank you.
Danger lurks in the big city. Disaster waits in every dark alley. Peril behind every park bench. The world needs a hero, but not just an ordinary hero, no! A special hero! A superhero! I am that hero! They call me Larry Boy! Wherever there is trouble, I'll be there! Whenever a helpless vegetable calls out, I will answer! Evildoers beware! You are no match for the awesome power of Larry Boy and his super suction ears! You doubt? A demonstration!
Hi, kids. I'm Bob the Tomato, and I think that's Larry the Cucumber.
I'm Larry Boy! Who are you?
Larry, it's me, Bob.
Bob? Bob? I don't know Bob. Hey there, citizen. Would you give me a hand with my super suction ear? It seems to have malfunctioned.
Okay. What do I do?
Well, it's just that I'm afraid it's about to let go. Ouch.
Wow, I didn't know being a superhero could be so painful. Maybe you should just go back to being plain old Larry.
But I don't want to be plain old Larry anymore.
Why not?
Well, there's nothing special about plain old Larry. He can't do anything neat like fly or save people or anything. He's just plain old boring.
Oh, not feeling very special, huh?
Nope.
Hey, I know.
What?
I could...
Larry, my no...
Sorry.
You got my...
Bob. Bob, pull back, Bob.
Well, what I was going to say is that we...
Ow, that's smart.
Hey, look. I'm a merry-go-round.
As I was saying, we just got a letter from Myra Eggleston of Youngstown, Pennsylvania. Now, Myra has a lot of brothers and sisters, and they're all bigger than she is. She says that they can do really neat things like play soccer and dance ballet, but Myra's too little. So Myra wants to know what's special about her.
Oh, Myra, I know how you feel.
Well, Myra and Larry, I'm going to tell you a story about a boy named Dave. Now, Dave lived in a land called Israel a long, long time ago. So long ago that there weren't any cars or telephones or vacuum cleaners or anything. There were mostly just sheep, especially around Dave's house, because Dave was a shepherd. No, that's not him. That's one of his brothers. Nope, another brother. Nope, another brother. Dave had a lot of brothers. Aha, there he is. No, not the sheep. He's behind the sheep. Shoo there, Fluffy.
Hi, I'm Dave. I have a lot of brothers.
Yep, 7 to be exact. Now, Dave and his brothers spent most of their time in the fields taking care of their sheep, which could be hard work because their sheep had an unusual problem.
They tip over. Oh, look, there goes one now.
But Dave had an even bigger problem. You see, of all the brothers, he was the smallest.
That's right. Everybody's bigger than I am.
And sometimes his big brothers would pick on him.
Oh, Dave, one of my sheep fell over. Would you come pick it up for me?
I'm kind of busy right now.
Do you remember the time we dipped you in tar and stuck you to the backside of an angry water buffalo?
I'll be right there.
Hey, Dave, one of my sheep fell too.
Just a minute.
Oh, look! All my sheep fell over. Dave!
Oh, Dave, after you pick up our sheep, could you run and get me a bite to eat? I'm famished.
Oh, yeah, me too. Get me something too.
You know, sometimes I think I could eat a whole camel.
Oh, yeah? Well, sometimes I think I could eat a whole spaceship.
What's a spaceship?
I have no idea.
That's how things had pretty much always been for Dave. Nothing really exciting happened around there until one day when their dad Jesse came running out with some horrible news.
Whoa! Dave, can you pick those up? Oh, boys! Oh, boys! I got horrible news! The Philistines they're attacking!
The lima beans are, lacking?
The nectarines are quacking?
One more time, please, and let's work on our enunciation.
The Philistines are attacking!
Bob, what are the Philippines?
The Philippines are a group of islands off the coast of Southeast Asia, but that's not important now. The Philistines were people who hated Israel. They wanted to take Israel's land and make the Israelites their slaves, so they'd have to do whatever the Philistines told them to do.
Oh, that's bad.
You're right. So the Israelites needed to protect themselves.
We need to protect ourselves, but how?
King Saul is putting together an army to stop the Philistines. He needs your help. You must help save Israel.
We must help save Israel. We must help save Israel. We must help save Israel.
Hey, Dave. Where do you think you're going? It's very nice that you want to help, but saving a country is a big thing. You're a little guy. Big people do big things, and little people do little things. So, stay with the sheep.
But...
Can you believe that?
They're big. I'm little. They go. I twiddle. Why can't little guys do big things too?
By the time Dave's brothers arrived at King Saul's camp, battle lines had been drawn between the Philistines and the Israelites. And, as was the custom in their day, the armies lined up and yelled at each other.
Hello, Israelites! You are pigs, and soon we will put apples in your mouths and stick you in our toaster ovens!
Oh, yes, after we defeat you, you will be our slaves and you will have to fetch us our slippers!
Yes, and iron our trousers!
Oh, and wipe our little noses!
Aha! And scratch that spot on our backs we cannot reach no matter how hard we try! Don't you have anything to say? Do you guys have any fried chicken? I've got a real hankering for fried chicken.
Yeah, me too.
This is going to be easier than we thought. You know, I think I can save us all a lot of time. How about if we bring out our strongest man, and you bring out your strongest man, and they will fight. If our champion beats your champion, you will be our slaves. But if your champion defeats us, we will be your slaves. What do you think about that?
Well, the Israelites were getting kind of tired of the yelling, and the Philistines did seem a little on the small side, so King Saul agreed.
That seems like a reasonable idea. All right, we agree. Send out your champion.
Hey, Goliath!
We'll be back with more Dave and the Giant Pickle after this break.
And now it's time for Silly Songs with Laddie, the part of the show where Laddie comes out and sings a silly song. One day, while talking with Dr. Archibald, Laddie confronts one of his deepest fears.
If my lips ever left my mouth, packed a bag and headed south, that'd be too bad. I'd be so sad.
I see, that'd be too bad. You'd be so sad.
That'd be too bad.
Alrighty.
If my lips said adios, I don't like you, I think you're gross, that'd be too bad. I might get mad.
That'd be too bad. You might get mad.
That'd be too bad.
Fascinating.
If my lips moved toodaloo, left a mess and took my tooth, that'd be too bad. I'd call my dad.
Oh dear, that'd be too bad. You'd call your dad.
That'd be too bad.
Hold it! Did you say your father? Fascinating! So what you're saying is, if your lips left you...
That'd be too bad, I'd be so sad, I might get mad, I'd call my dad, that'd be too bad.
That'd be too bad.
That'd be too bad.
Why?
'Cause I love my lips. Beely-bap-bop, beely-bop-boo, eeby-dap-bop-boo, bada-boo-bow. Yabba-dap-bop-a-dee-ba-bow-boom, bum, beely-bop-bop-a-dow. Yabba-dabba-dabba-boo-boo-bum,
Oh my, this is more serious than I thought. Laddie, what do you see here?
That looks like a lip.
What about this?
It's a lip.
And this?
It's a lip, it's a lip, it's a lip, 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 it's a lip, it's a lip, it's a lip, 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 it's a lip, it's a lip, it's a lip, 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 lip.
Laddie, tell me about your childhood.
When I was just 2 years old, I left my lips out in the cold and they turned blue. What could I do?
Oh dear, they turned blue. What could you do?
Oh, they turned blue.
I see.
On the day I got my tooth, I had to kiss my great Aunt Ruth. She had a beard, and it felt weird.
My, she had a beard and it felt weird?
She had a beard.
Oh.
10 days after I turned 8, got my lips stuck in a gate. My friends all laughed, and I just stood there until the fire department came and broke the lock with a crowbar, and I had to spend the next 6 weeks in lip rehab with this kid named Oscar who got stung by a bee right on the lip, and we couldn't even talk to each other until the 5th week because both of our lips were so swollen, and when he did start speaking, he just spoke Polish, and I only knew like 3 words in Polish, except now I know 4 because Oscar taught me the word for lip. Usta.
Your friends all laughed. Usta. How do you spell that?
I don't know.
So what you're saying is that when you were young...
They turned blue, what could I do? She had a beard and it felt weird, my friends all laughed. Usta!
I'm confused.
I love my lips!
This has been Silly Songs with Laddie. Tune in next time to hear Laddie say...
Have I ever told you how I feel about my nose?
Oh, look at the time!
And now, back to Dave and the Giant Pickle.
Who will I fight?
The Israelites were so terrified of Goliath that they all ran away and hid.
Nobody will fight. I'll come back tomorrow.
And that's exactly what he did. Goliath came back the next day, and the next day, and the next day for 40 days. But every time he showed up, all the Israelites ran away and hid. Finally, Jesse started to worry about his boys, so he sent little Dave to the battlefield with some food. Now, Dave got to King Saul's camp just about the time Goliath was going to come out, so all the Israelites were hiding.
Hello? Is anybody here?
Shh, he'll hear you.
Who?
Him, that big pickle over there.
Who will fight me?
Well, who's gonna fight him?
What are you, nuts? He'd have us for lunch. Speaking of which, what'd you bring us?
Here you go.
Pizza.
Oh, cheese in the crust. That's tremendous.
Come on, guys. Have you forgotten? We're the children of God.
The what?
The children of God. The Bible says that the Israelites were God's chosen people. God led them through the desert. He helped them walk across the Red Sea. And whenever they went into battle, God was there with them. They had always known that if God was on their side, no one could stand against them.
Wow.
But King Saul and his men were so scared of big, tall Goliath, they forgot that God was even bigger.
Oh, dear.
Larry, you've got something on your,
Huh?
Oh, never mind. Once again, no one would answer Goliath's challenge.
Oh, no one to fight. They told me that you are the children of God. You are cowards. I come back tomorrow.
I can't believe you're letting him say that. Somebody's gotta do something.
What are you gonna do, Dave? Remember, you're a little guy. Leave this big stuff to us big people. Do you think he saw me?
No, you're okay.
Phew.
Well, Dave knew exactly what he had to do, so he went straight to King Saul and announced his plan.
I will fight Goliath.
King Saul took the news rather well.
I'm sorry, my ears must be failing. I could have sworn I heard you say that you'd fight Goliath. But you didn't say that, did you?
Yes, I did.
Oh, I say, that's very kind, but let's be reasonable. You are a tiny little fellow, and, well, Goliath, he's enormous. No, that's a job for a big person, not a little boy like you. You're not going to sing, are you? Couldn't you just play your harp and I'll throw things at you? Oh.
You're big, I'm little. My head only comes to your middle. But I say little guys can do big things too.
Yes, but Goliath, he's
big, but God's bigger. And when I think of him, that's when I figure. With his help, little guys can do big things too.
Oh, I see what you're saying. All right, I understand. Now, let's suppose that this is true. You still look rather weepy, but I know what we can do. Just step behind this curtain. It will only take a minute. There's a closet in the corner, and you'll like what I've got in it. You'll find my royal armor there. No, Danny, put it on. Yes, now you'll look much bigger when the battle lines are drawn. One more thing you'll need, I think. Pick up my royal sword. It's a big one and a beauty. The best we could afford. Once you've got it all together, I think you will agree. You're bound to do much better if you try to look like me. Oh, dear.
You know, I think maybe I should just be plain old me.
Oh, yes. Well, I suppose. But have you seen Goliath? Why, he's
He's big, but God's bigger. And when I think of him, that's when I figure.
With his help, little guys can do big things.
With his help, I know I can do big things.
With his help, little guys can do big things too. All right, if you're sure you know what you're getting into. Oh, dear.
Well, Dave wasn't exactly sure what he was getting into, but he knew God would be there with him. So he went down to a stream and found 5 smooth stones. Then he went back to the camp and waited for Goliath.
Who will fight me?
I will fight you, Goliath.
You know, if I didn't know better, I'd say that sounded like Dave.
Oh, yeah.
You know, if I didn't know better, I'd say that looks like Dave.
Huh?
Dave?
Goliath was equally surprised.
Who said that?
I did.
Huh? Whoa, am I a dog that you come at me with sticks?
I don't exactly know what you mean, but you are not a dog. You are a really big guy that wants to beat me up. And I come at you not with sticks, but in the name of the God of Israel, who this day shall help me defeat you.
We will see who defeats who. Now we fight.
It's showtime!
The Philistines were so scared of Dave that they all ran away and hid, and Israel was saved. And that's the story of Dave, a really little guy who did a really big thing. Well, what did you think of the story?
Oh, my goodness. That was amazing. Dave was just a teeny little guy, but he beat Goliath, who was the biggest, strongest guy they'd ever seen. Oh, my. I laughed. I cried. It moved me, Bob.
Well, good. It's time to talk about what we learned today.
Bob, why are you whispering?
Because whenever I say that song plays.
What song, Bob?
You know, the What Have We Learned song.
Oh, you mean the song that plays every time you say, and now it's time to talk about what we've learned today?
And so what we have learned applies to our lives today. And God has a lot to say in His book.
Yep, that's the one.
Kinda catchy, isn't it?
You see, we know that God's word is for everyone. And now that our song is done, we'll take a look.
Now, in our story, no one thought David could do anything important. After all, he was just a little guy. Why, even King Saul tried to change David by putting his own armor on him. It kind of reminds me of another guy who thought he had to put on a costume to be special.
Yeah.
But David loved God, and he knew that even though he was small, God could help him do big things.
I'll say he took on that old Goliath when all the other guys were too scared to try.
But that's not all, Larry. David went on to be the king of all Israel.
Wow, that's pretty good for a little guy.
Well, that's pretty good for any guy.
Yeah. Well, if God could help David do big things even though he was little, then I sure don't need to dress up like a superhero to be special.
Nope. Larry, you're special just the way you are.
Aw, thanks, Bob.
Hey, let's see if QWERTY has a verse for us.
Okay.
QWERTY, do you have a verse for us? With God, all things are possible. Matthew 19:26.
Oh, great, because I've always wanted to be a chicken. Do you think God would turn me into a chicken?
No. That's not what the verse means.
It's not?
No, it doesn't mean that we can just do whatever we want to do. It means that anything that God wants us to do, we can do.
Oh.
You see, God wanted the Israelites to win that battle, but that meant that someone had to fight Goliath. Even though David was just a kid, he knew that if God wanted him to beat Goliath, he could do it. That showed just how much David trusted God, and that's why he became such a great king for Israel.
Wow. So anything God wants me to do, I can do. That makes me feel pretty special.
And Myra, I hope that makes you feel pretty special too.
One more question, Bob.
What's that, Larry?
Does this mean that I can't pretend I'm Larry Boy anymore?
Larry, as long as you feel okay about plain old Larry, because plain old Larry is very special, you can pretend to be whoever you want.
Oh, great.
Well, we're out of time for today. Remember, God made you special and he loves you very much. Bye!
I'm just going to hang out here for a while.
Oh, okay.
The world needs a hero. I am that hero. They call me Larry Boy. Bob?
VeggieTales, 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 VeggieTales,